Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today's video is on two texts of Islamic beliefs, famous texts of Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah, namely An-Nibras of Al-Allama Abdul Aziz Al-Birharwi rahimahullah ta'ala, and the Hashiyah of Allama Khiyali rahimahullah ta'ala. Both of these works have been written in explanation of Sharh al-Aqaid an-Nasafiyya. Unfortunately, an unqualified individual has been recently attacking scholars of Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah, maligning them, labeling them as Nasibis, attacking them and saying that they have not done enough research on mutala'ah.
You should increase your mutala, you should increase your studying.
And then also attacking senior scholars who are the teachers of his teacher. And this individual claims to have studied these two books, in fact, Sharh al-Aqaid and An-Nibras and Al-Khiyali.
Alhamdulillah, bi fazlihi ta'ala. From my asatiza, I have studied from Aqaid of Imam Nasafi to Sharh al-Aqaid to Nibras to Khiyali. Alhamdulillah, all of them I have studied.
What we shall see today, though, is that this individual is unable to even read these texts, and he makes basic mistakes in Arabic grammar, which even an individual who has studied even basic introductory works on Sarf and Nahw will be able to understand and recognize these mistakes. So anyhow, this video is not done as an attack, but this is rather a clarification and a defense of Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah, and to warn the people to be wary of who you take your religion from. If you have a damaged car, you wouldn't take it to a bogus mechanic. Similarly, if you are ill, you wouldn't go to a doctor who is bogus, who is unqualified. And most importantly, our religion affects our afterlife. We should not go to people and listen to people like this who are unable to even understand basics. How on earth are they going to explain advanced books of Aqidah to us? So, first of all, beginning with An-Nibras of Allama Birharwi rahimahullah, let's listen to how this individual is reading this text.
Ma'a.
As you can see from the clip, this individual is reading ma'a, but the word is ma'a. It is not elongated. If he is an imam, which I presume he is, I will feel very sorry for his congregants, because an imam must recite fluently with tajweed. If the tajweed is incorrect, the salah of the followers is invalid. Anyhow, he mentions adm.
Ma'a adm al-qat'i bi ismatihi.
The dal with a sukoon, but this is adam. Adam al-qat'i. It is ma'a adam al-qat'i. And he reads qat' with a sukoon at the end. This is incorrect. It should be read with a zair, with a kasra, because this is mudaf ilayh. It is majroor. It should have a zair. Going on further,
that yuridu, that anna al-imamat Abi Bakr radiyallahu an sahiha.
He then reads, he says, yuridu anna al-imamata Abi Bakr radiyallahu anhu sahiha. This is incorrect for a number of reasons. First of all, he says he adds an alif lam onto imama. There is no alif lam there, but the fact that he adds it is a gross mistake, and I'll tell you why. Because here, anna is a harf from haruf mushabbah bil fi'l. Haruf mushabbah bil fi'l, the ism of such words is mansoob, and the khabar is marfu'. Now, the ism here, we have imama, it is mudaf, and then Abi Bakrin is mudaf with mudaf ilayh. This Abi Bakrin mudaf ilayh becomes the mudaf ilayh of imamat. The word imama is mudaf. A mudaf cannot have alif lam or tanween. He makes a gross mistake of adding alif lam onto this word. And he should know, if he has studied, that this is mudaf and cannot carry alif lam. Correctly, it is recited as Anna imamata Abi Bakrin radiyallahu anhu. Then, this is the ism of Anna, imamata Abi Bakrin. And then, sahihatun is the khabar of Anna, but he is reading it as sahiha. You cannot tell when the round ta at the end is read with sukoon.
فَلَوْ كَانَتْ But as for his isma, as for ismat being shartan, lakana ismatuhu ma'lumatun qat'an.
Then he moves on further and does فَلَوْ كَانَتْ, and he skips the word al-isma. It should be recited properly. فَلَوْ كَانَتِ الْعِصْمَةُ شَرْطًا لَكَانَ عِصْمَتُهُ مَعْلُومَةً قَطْعًا. Here he says مَعْلُومَةٌ. Here he says مَعْلُومَةٌ. But the lam on lakana, lam of ta'keed, of emphasis. Kana is fi'l from af'al naqisa. And af'al naqisa, the ism is marfu' and the khabar is mansoob. Now, what he does here, he reads the khabar. Ismatuhu is mudaf ilay, the ism of kana. Ma'lumatan qat'an should be the khabar. Mansoob with those zabar. But he reads it as ma'lumatun, which is incorrect.
La qat'un biha. La qat'un biha.
Lakin la qat'un biha, he says. This is incorrect. This la here is la nafi jins. And the ism of la nafi jins must carry a zabar. It should be la qat'a. And this is read incorrectly. Moving on further, on
فعلا هذا يكون المعصوم. فعلا هذا يكون المعصوم.
the following page, he makes another gross mistake. He says, هذا يكون المعصوم. Why is it yakuna with a zabar? There is no amil which makes it mansoob. It should be read, هذا يكون المعصوم.
لا يخلق فيه الذنب. لا يخلق فيه الذنب.
Then, ما لا يخلق فيه, he says, ذنب. He reads it as though it is al-dhanb with alif lam, which would be incorrect. But anyhow, he says, ما لا يخلق. This is ما لا يخلق. Because who is the fa'il here? Why is he reading يخلق fi'l as ma'ruf? It is read as majhul. It should be ما لا يخلق فيه ذنب. One within whom wrongdoing has not been created. So ما لا يخلق فيه ذنب.
وغير المعصوم. وغير المعصوم.
Then he goes on further to read وغير المعصوم. This is incorrect. Why is he reading غير with زير مجرور when there is no عامل to suggest such a reading? It is غير المعصوم. It is مرفوع.
ملكة نفسانية. ملكة نفسانية.
Then moving on further, he mentions ملكة نفسانية. He reads it with a sukoon. This is incorrect. It is ملكة نفسانية. موصوف and صفت. So this is read incorrectly here. And then going on further, he mentions أن التعريف الأول.
أن التعريف الأول مبني على أصول الأشاعرة.
This is incorrect. It should be أن التعريف الأول. موصوف and صفت both meet and become the ism of أن. أن التعريف الأول. The next word he just says مبني. This is incorrect. This is not ism maqsoor or ism manqus that you read it with taqdiri i'rab, that you read it with a sukoon like you have done. No, this is mu'rab biharakat الثلاثة. It is مبني. أن التعريف الأول مبني على أصول الأشاعرة. على أصول الأشاعرة, and he just reads it as أشاعرة. This should have a زير, a kasra, because أصول الأشاعرة is مضاف إليه. The مضاف إليه carries a زير.
من استناد الممكنات.
Then he does من استناد الممكنات. Again مضاف إليه. This should carry a زير. ممكنات, he should say من استناد الممكنات, which he skips. Then further on, he makes similar mistakes.
على أصول الفلاسفة.
With على أصول الفلاسفة. Again, he reads it with a sukoon. And then when he says
إلى الأسباب والاستعدادات.
إلى الأسباب والاستعدادات. This should not be sakin. This should have a zir. It should be إلى الأسباب والاستعدادات.
وقوله عليه السلام المعصوم من عصمه الله.
Anyhow, he skips back to the hadith sharif and he says qawlihi. He reads it majroor strangely. This is not qawlihi. This is qawluhu mudaf and mudaf ilayh, but it is fa'il of the fi'l which comes before, which is yadullu. Yadullu, meaning this statement of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, qawluhu yadullu, it denotes upon this, alayhi, upon this issue which is being discussed.
فرق بينهما فرق بينهما.
Then he makes a point and he says farqum bainuhuma. Farqum bainuhuma. This word bainu, there is no such word. It is farqum bainahuma. Bainahuma with the zabr here, and he reads this incorrectly.
فعلى هذا التعريف لا يلزم أن يكون غير المعصوم مذنبا.
Further on, he says فعلى هذا التعريف, and here he reads it again with the sakin. It should be فعلى هذا التعريف. It is majroor, and then further on he does أن يكون غير المعصوم. Strangely, غير المعصوم. This mudaf إليه is غير المعصوم, and he's reading it as غير المعصوم. He's reading it sakin. غير المعصوم. It is غير المعصوم. Mudaf and mudaf إليه become the ism of يكون. The يكون فعل ناقصة. It is read as أن يكون here because there is an harf from haruf nawasib, which gives a zabar to yakuna. So anyhow, he makes these two mistakes here with غير المعصوم, which is incorrect. It is the ism of yakunu, and it should have a pesh. غير المعصوم مضاف مضاف إليه. Next, he skips so many passages here, and whilst he's doing so, he's criticizing somebody else.
So that Maulvi Sahib in Pakistan,
Yeah.
do you see how much he missed out?
Allah, yeah.
All this he missed out, and then he missed this all out, and he did khiyanat. Khiyanat kiya usne.
But as you can see, he is skipping so many passages in here without having any regard of reading them. Anyway,
Huwa ghayru wajibul isma.
he says huwa غير wajibul isma. Very strange, because here غير is mudaf, wajibul isma is wajibul ismati, mudaf mudaf ilayh. This becomes mudaf ilayh for غير, so it should be غير wajibil ismati. So he makes this mistake clearly here by doing wajibul isma. He reads the word which is supposed to be with a zair, he reads it with a pesh here, and then he makes the same mistake on أو غير مقطوع الاسم.
أو غير مقطوع الاسم.
Right? Now here غير is mudaf, and then again مقطوع الاسم, mudaf mudaf إليه combined together to become mudaf إليه for غير. So it should be غير مقطوع الاسمة. Again, he's reading it with a sukoon isma, which is also incorrect. So as you can see, he has made multiple errors in this work in reading the text, and this is totally unacceptable at a level where he is challenging and maligning with the scholars of Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah.